Welcome back everybody to part 3 of the desktop cabinet making series. In the last part of this series, I'm going to focus on completing the drawers for the desktop cabinet. Here I'm basically preparing all the stock for the sides that will form part of each drawer. As is typical of all the drawers that I make, everything is going to be dovetailed. The front pieces, or rather the front side pieces, are going to be half-lapped dovetails, and the back pieces are going to be fully extended dovetails. Here I'm adding a groove to the sides to fit the bottom piece for each drawer. The front piece of the drawer will also have a groove for the bottom piece to slide into. Once that is done, it's time to transfer the half-lap dovetails to the front piece. With the transfer complete, it's now time to saw out the majority of waste. The rest of the waste I will have to chop out with a chisel. With the waste chopped out, it's now time to test fit the piece. Nice and snug, as I like it. I'm using my manual hand drill to drill through every one of the front pieces. This will accommodate the knobs that I'm going to put in to the front. Time to finish off with the last groove to the front piece, which will house the bottom slide. And finally, after all of that, it's now time to glue all the side pieces together. I am making sure here that the rope is nice and tight to get a nice glue fit at the end of the day. However, before I tighten it fully, I'm going to use my measuring stick here to make sure that the inside of the drawer is squared. If the length is the same for each one diagonally, then it means the inside is square. While the side pieces are being glued, I'm preparing blanks to be for the bottom drawers. Both sides of each plank is made flat. That means taking out all hollows and also taking care of the twist if there is any. Here I'm just checking if the majority of twist has been eliminated and adjusting accordingly where the high spots are. This piece still needs some work to get the twist out. And here are all the blank pieces that are going to be used for the bottom parts of each drawer. However, each part now needs to be resawn to take out the width. And to do that, I'm going to cheat a bit and go through my bandsaw as shown here. And then resawing the other piece that was left over to reduce the width. I can probably use the middle part, that's now the thin part, maybe later for other projects as maybe veneer. After resawing, each piece has to be prepared to fit into the grooves of each drawer. Here, I'm adding a chamfer to the sides of the pieces that will actually have to slide into the drawers itself, as well as to the front piece that goes into the front of the drawers. Technically, I can leave the bottom parts as is. However, I thought best to take out all the groove marks left behind by the bandsaw to give it a smooth finish, but it's not necessary at the end of the day. Instead of gluing the bottom boards into one piece and then try to fit it to the drawer, I decided at this point I'm going to fit each piece individually to the board and glue it in place, and then fit each other piece after that, as you can see here. After everything has dried, it's time now to fine-tune each drawer for its specific slot. Here I'm reducing the sides with my hand plane so that I will have a smoother fit when I insert and pull out the drawers at the end of the day. So let's give it a test. There we go, nice and smooth. Job well done. Now that each drawer has been fine-tuned, it's finally time to add some oil and other protective layers to the piece. With the drawers completed, it's now time to create the drawer stops. Each drawer will have 2 stops, so that means I need to have 6 pieces. Here I'm marking out the position where each stop must go, so that the drawers will be flush with the front side. Since I can't clamp down the stop, I'm using this metal bar to create some weight onto the stop to ensure that the glued surface will be nice and tight at the end of the day. Finally, now that each drawer is dried, it's time to add the hardware, i.e. the knobs, to each drawer. Right, now that we have the knobs in place, it's time for one last test to see if each drawer is still fitting perfectly. And so far so good, a nice smooth finish inside and out. And that's it for the desktop drawer cabinet. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next video. Cheers!